There are so many factors that can make a woman not to submit to her husband in marriage. Number one, self. When a woman is too full of herself, when she is better than her husband in one area or the other. Number two, parental influences. If a woman who knew that her mother was so disobedient and never submitted to her father, she will want to copy her mother in some cases, and that could make her not to be able to submit to her husband equally. Number three, generational gateways or strongholds, whereby generation after generations, women from that particular generations, either from their paternal root or their maternal root, are disobedient to their husbands. They never submitted to their husbands. So being that she happens to be from that same generation, the influences will also attack her in her marriage, and she will not be able to submit. She cannot explain why she cannot submit, but it becomes impossible for her to submit to her husband. Number four, marine spirit. Marine spirit has a very strong hold in marriages. If the woman has a marine husband, the marine husband can be interfering and bringing a siege in her marriage. Or if her husband has a marine wife, the marine wife from her husband can be causing an error in the marriage that will make it impossible for her to be able to submit to her husband. Number five, if her husband is a womanizer or irresponsible man. Number six, environmental or territorial marital demonic forces. These are forces within the environment where she is living with her spouse. And because of environmental marital forces that, brings women to a place of disobedience or disrespecting their husband, she'll become a prey because of environmental and territorial demonic forces that makes women or provokes women or encourages women to be disobedient to their husbands or not to respect or submit to their husbands. Number seven, societal influences. Yes, they copy social media, certain behaviors that social media is promoting in the areas of women liberation and all that. This will make some women not to be, submitting to their husbands, not to be able to obey the words of God, because submissiveness has to do with commandment of God. It has nothing to do with the society. It has to do with God. So when a woman is submitting to her husband, she is obeying God. She is walking in line with the will of God, with the plan of God, with the purpose of God for her in marriage. Submissiveness has to do with obedience to the words of God.